we're going to talk about how to get involved in working groups. I want to highlight something that I noticed as we were watching this. It's intentional. We brought in two speakers who have homegrown tooling. That is very much not because we think homegrown tooling is the way to go. We were looking to be sort of fair and equitable to all the platforms in that sense. I want to highlight all of the platforms that came up on that list as leaders. We have a ton of customer stories from all those who would have loved to have spoken and told very similar success stories. So I think the platforms are probably, for the majority of people in that certain scale, the way to go. Some are building themselves. Don't have a strong opinion, go either way. Just looking to be fair and equitable, so we didn't have just certain ones in there. So thank you all for telling your stories. On the vendor platform showcase in July, you will actually get to hear from all the platforms as well. With that, pass it to Vaz to talk about the working groups, and then we will get into the breakout sessions at the end, if anybody wants to stay on.
Yeah, thanks, JR. So the next couple slides are really just for the community to have a look at the different working groups that are in flight right now. Some are actively working, some are in the proposal stage. Two items to call out on this slide. The working group for ITFM and TBM. They have a survey that they've created, and they would love the community's input. I'm just going to grab that link and post it in the Zoom chat for folks. So if you have an interest in ITFM and TBM, this working group is looking to understand the intersection of FinOps and ITFM and TBM. And so if you can help them out and take a peek at that survey and provide your input, they definitely would appreciate it. The other item on this slide is the US government working group has just wrapped their first sprint, and they've created a public sector FinOps playbook. So this is based off of the FinOps framework and the great resources in our Adopting FinOps guides. I'm going to push that into the Zoom chat as well. If you have a moment, please take a look at the great work that they've done. And I just want to congratulate them on producing such a great resource for the community. Next slide, we'll take a look at another active working group, as well as some working groups that are in the proposal stage. We have some folks that are getting together now, trying to figure out scope and what their deliverable will be for their first sprint. So if you're interested in unit economics, if you're interested in figuring out what an open standard for cloud billing data might look like, you can see the Slack channels on this slide. Please go there, raise your hand. You can also see the folks that are leading the charge, and you can reach out to them directly as well. Sustainability is also making great progress. They presented recently at our London summit, and talk to Mark Butcher or Steven there if you're interested in getting involved. That working group is actively working now, but it's never too late to join. And then the last slide are two working groups that are looking for some support. Just get you to move to the next slide for me, JR. Yeah, thank you. Three working groups looking for support. So these three working groups, these are working groups that are just beginning. They're just in the sort of brainstorming phase, kind of working on their working group proposals. Again, you can see the Slack channel on this slide, as well as the folks that are and the last one there, the AI for ML, that you can reach out to. But they're looking for support. So if these topics interest you and you're looking to get involved, join the Slack channel and join the conversation. On a last note, just to wrap up, because I know we're pressed for time, we've introduced some new content on FinOps.org. If you have an idea for a working group and you don't see it on the projects page at FinOps.org, you can submit an idea. Just there's a form you can fill out. It's very lightweight, just asking for an abstract, your name. We can contact you, follow up to get some clarification and talk with you about your ideas. So if you have a moment, head over to the projects overview page at FinOps.org, and I will exhale. Thanks, Yer.